Hello. Oh, Raven, that's a strong bench. Rogers, Guardiola, he is probably is Munda Jr. Thanks for joining in, but I just like I tried to strong bench Rogers connect before the deadline, but I just couldn't manage to log on, so I just had to practice. So figured out I'll try something new. Just tried to connect before the deadline, but I just couldn't manage to log on, so I just had to practice. So I figured out I'll try something new. Try the deadline, but managed. So, as mentioned, this is just practice, right? But I really appreciate you joining in. I like that team though, Raven. Same goalkeeper as me. I considered getting Hall from Newcastle, but couldn't quite fit him in. I just had to go Mikolenko as my 4.5 defender. I'm not sure Palmer is the best Chelsea pick right now, though. You have any reasoning for going Palmer? Points with fixtures. Actually, I had Nkunku in my team for several weeks, but I just took him out. It was like yesterday or something. I think that in overall the Chelsea against Man City, so I do believe that Palmer is decent as well. I just at 0.5 couldn't quite fit him in. But he'll start, right? He's been back into training, and just after the Euros, we were not sure that the England guys were going to participate in game week 1. I do believe that all of them returned to training. if Palmer's back and have participated in a couple of sessions, then he'll definitely start, even though he did not play any of their preseason games. But that last season he scored like was it 8 or I can't remember it was 8 or 10 penalties. So will Chelsea manage to get that much this season? I'm not really sure. He scored every one of them, so what if he starts to miss? As you can see, I need to practice on those graphics for sure. I think he'll play, especially when it's against especially to starting 11. Yes, I agree. He will probably start. He's by now that their biggest player right now after the season he had last year. So worst case for the Palmer owners is that he will be benched in game 1, and then he will probably get like if Chelsea are up, he will get 30 minutes. But if Chelsea struggle and need to score, he will probably get in at halftime and play the rest of the match. I took a look at those pictures, and after the City game, it was like 7 green pictures. Yeah, at least 6, and then they have Liverpool away in game week 8. So yeah, that's really good, and he will probably do well. I just think that at 10.5, um, um, hopefully Bruno can do even better. So, do you have any advice on like the graphics or anything I should add for my next stream? I've been posting YouTube videos for 1 year, and but I've never really done a live broadcast like this. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Last season I was Bruno for a couple of game weeks as well, but that did not end well. I do believe Shaw could be an option at some point, though. He usually has been 5.5. This season he comes in at 5. So if they can be good defensively, then probably Luke Shaw at 5.0 could be a decent option. It's actually the first time for me. Okay, sorry. Yeah, thanks. Nice to know. So I know that probably my connection is not the best. I have to maybe change position next time because I get these messages from YouTube with warnings and stuff saying that my kilobytes uploaded are not good enough. But yeah, hopefully it works. Got that questions. I got that question a lot actually about Calvert Lewin. Um, and of course, he has not done well for the last 2 seasons, but he's been injured a lot, and he will probably be at some point this season as well, probably soon. But he's had a decent preseason, and he has actually scored a couple of goals. He scored in the last friendly before game week 1. He is priced at 6.0, so that's it was for 2 seasons ago he was actually coming in at 8. So 6.0 for Calvert Lewin, nailed on starting striker for Everton, taking penalties. I can't really remember if it was 1.5 or 1.8, but it was so low ownership for him as well. So with good fixtures, I just had to take a punt on him. Dragan Muniz, of course, from Fulham at the same price, 6.0, but then I would probably have benched him in the game against Man United. So, yeah. So let's see. Yeah, Muniz, of course, he's starting as well for Fulham. Smith Rowe in the number 10. Iwobi on the left, Traore on the right. From Fulham, Andreas Pereira was actually my favorite option. I do believe that he will do well. He's settled to the team and he will be on all set pieces. Yeah, I get that. I think that Wood is good and he did well at the end of last season. But now that Avonyi is fit as well, I think that they will share minutes. Wood will probably start most games, but he will, in at least some games, come off at around typically 60 minutes. If Avonyi gets injured again, of course, then he is a really good option. With the fixtures Nottingham Forest have at the start of the season, I think that he is decent. My prediction for tonight's game, I it's really hard to read. Game week one is always hard to predict, but I think that United will win, and of course, they will score a couple of goals. That's why I've included Bruno. So I was really tempted by Shaw, as mentioned earlier. He is 5.0, and hopefully he will have the license to go down that left-hand side this season. But I can't really see them keeping a clean sheet against Fulham, so it will probably be a couple of goals for them, but hopefully United will score more, so 3-2 or something like that. Probably a tight game, but hopefully United will win this one. What do you think? Yeah, I consider any one of them keeping a clean sheet as well. I had Robinson in at some point as well, but he was on my bench. So I actually made a couple of changes to the draft last night. I had a draft with I had Nkunku instead of Jota, and instead of Gabriel, I had Robinson. Yeah, Rashford starting up top. I can't really see him doing well. I agree. And Bruno and Mount starting together. Do you think that Bruno maybe will be pushed out wide? I'm a little bit concerned that Mount will go into the middle and Bruno be pushed out wide. And you signing Masraoui, starting at left back. Oh, Shaw's not even in the squad, so he must be injured again. No news on Ten Hag deadline, so yeah, then we know that he is not one of those managers that share too much information in his press conferences. Yeah, and Rashford is such a curious case, isn't he? He was like one of the world's biggest talents and had the future ahead of his feet and did so well. But actually played FIFA for some years, and he was one of the best players with 5 stars. Uh, skill moves, I think it's called. But right now, it doesn't look like he can control the ball. Yeah, me too. Really, really surprised to see Mount starting. That's a surprise. That I'm not sure United will even finish top four this season. I'm not sure they have the players to do it, but obviously they signed a couple of new defenders. The Ligt is coming in soon, and the new left back Masraoui is starting today. So hopefully they can be a little bit tighter at the back. And I just hope that Bruno can play in his advanced role. Last season, when I got him, he was playing number 6, and they even pushed McTominay ahead of him. So that was really frustrating to watch, at least, and hopefully we will not see that tonight. Hello, AFC Krish. Are you watching the game tonight? I guess you're an Arsenal fan. This actually how my team will look like next week. We can go Westergaard, Garibo on the bench. My plan for my best team is plan was always to go Mo Salah. This is annoying. Yeah. So this will probably be my team for game week 2 unless I make any changes. Waited 3 months for the Premier League to return. Yeah, I agree. Stupid question, right? Watching with a couple of friends. It's suicidal to pick a team with a Haaland. Yeah. So of course it's I wouldn't say it's suicidal, but I know it's a big risk. Of course, he will probably be, as I said in one of my videos before the deadline, he will probably be top goal scorer this season as well. I'm not doubting that, but what you can do with the money saved, the 2.5 by going Salah instead of Haaland is, yeah, for me, it was Haaland or a 4.5 or and no money in the bank and no bench, or I could have Salah, Guardiola, and Mikolenko as bench cover. So, yeah. I totally agree. A couple of years ago, the first season he was in the Premier League, I watched that Community Shield game. If you remember the big miss in the dying minutes, so I went without Haaland for that season, and I was really stubborn and didn't want to put him in my team. But he went on to score goals in almost every game. So yeah, my rank really took a hit, but I managed to do well in the last part of the season. So I got into the top 100K. That was like the the first season that I was around top 100K, and it was mostly due to that decision going without Holland. So seeing me do it all over again just 2 years later, it's yeah, it might be stupid, but let's wait and see. Yeah, yeah, you're right. AFC Krish, it's the game week two that is the reason why I actually made a draft with him and without him. So he will probably score against Ipswich and he will be massively captained. So yeah, hopefully Salah can score as well. So it won't hurt my rank that much. The problem that 2 years ago when I went without him, the problem was that the players that I put in instead of him, so the money that I saved on going without him, the players that I put in just didn't perform that well as they probably should. Was a bit unlucky, but of course, yeah, that's FPL. Yeah, it's possible. As I just mentioned, the main thing is that the players that you put in and the money that you save by going without him, it has to be put to value, right? So if the players you bring in instead, they really have to perform. So like for me, um, some of those picks are pretty template, like SA and Isaac, but uh, me having Bruno and some and Salah, that's like what I can do because I'm going without Haaland. So I really do need that Bruno, Son, and Salah performs right. But if they all blank and Haaland scores a brace against Chelsea, then yeah, that's the risk. But in my opinion, that's a calculated risk, right? Because we know that both Bruno and Son are on penalties for their team. They are playing attacking football. Ten Hag at Man United. We know that Spurs are playing attacking football as well, so hopefully they can get something. So after Haaland joined, after Haaland joined the Premier League, that has really actually he's been no good to me. Mm. So the first season didn't really take FPL that seriously, but after paying attention, I had some really good seasons. And the 22-23 season, that's when Haaland joined, and the season where I started without him. As you can see, last season going without him, I do believe it was game week 10 when I sold him and things started to get really bad. At some point, I was around 500k before managing yeah, to better the rank a little bit. So hopefully the goal this season is to get a top 10k rank again and make it the fourth top 10k rank. I need some practice practice on his zooming thing. Let's see. So Bruno needs to go a bit to the left. Yeah, that's it. Let's see, maybe if I upper the FPS, that's possible. Streaming picture. Game starts now. Yeah, nice chat. Really, I really enjoyed you joining in and giving me your opinion. Nice chat. Thanks so much. I will hopefully I will better my graphics, my and my quality on my live stream. So thanks for joining and hope to see you again. So for the rest of the game week, guys, hopefully you'll all do well. If you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel. I will post one video weekly, and I will try to have live streams before the deadline. Next time, as mentioned, if you missed it, I tried to have a live stream before the deadline, but I just didn't manage to to make it work. So this this week it was a post game week one, so the potential was there, but yeah, it failed massively. So that's life sometimes, I guess. So I hope to see you again. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in more FPL content and watch my game week selection videos. And I'll try to get back on live um, maybe before the next deadline. Hopefully, my quality at the stream will be even better. I'll do some better graphics and practice a little bit more. So, hope to see you soon and enjoy the game and good luck for this game week.